Welcome to Recovering Addict. I got some good news. I graduated my IOP program. Now I'm on to the aftercare portion. If you notice it's still really echoey in here, that's because we're still remodeling, but we did get a bunch of painting done. Check it out. Hey, what's up, El Tizzle? I heard you're like, what, 5 or 6 months clean now? Yeah, about that. Bro, I told you all you needed was willpower. Yeah, I guess you're right. I do got some good willpower. Remember that time that you drank that little tiny half pint of whiskey? They called it a relapse. I call it BS. Dude, I say you were in total control. You stopped when you wanted to, remember? And I'll bet you can do it again. Want to hit the liquor store real quick and snag one just back and chill? You've been working so hard. You just watch a movie, kick back and relax. You just transition, dude. Reward yourself. You're kicking ass. You deserve it. Whiskey. That does sound good. Who left the back door open? Ted, what are you doing here? Hey, what's up, Leonard? Looking good, man. You better get out of here, prick. You, PTA. Pause. Think. Act. Ted, get out of here. You better get out of here. What does it matter anyway? He's gonna fail. You're a loser anyway, and nobody likes you. You're fat, you're ugly, screw you. You're gonna fail just like you always do anyway, LT. What'd I tell you about leaving the back door open? You ever gonna listen to me? That was Ted. He's the addict. He'll try to get you in all kinds of trouble. He's smooth, he's funny, he's ridiculously good looking, and he's wicked rotten. He tells him whatever he needs to hear to get him to use, and too many times he listened to him. Well, now you have a peek at my alter egos. And if you think Leonard's a jerk, he has a right to be. I never used to listen to the guy. He's the one that was always telling me it was a bad idea to smoke this, drink that, steal this, and do that. But I never listened to him. I only acted on what Ted was telling me to do. If it looks fun, do it, and I did it. I remember the day that I became Ted. So here's a little history of my names. My name is Leonard Ted, but since I was a baby, I've always gone by LT. Then when I was 13, my dad moved me and my sister out to Michigan. I remember walking into my new school, 8th grade, and the teacher comes up to me and sticks out his hand and he says, "Hello, Ted." And then I looked up at my dad confused, like, huh? My dad looked down at me, gave me a little nod, just like go with it. And from that day forward, I was a pissed off little kid looking to get into all kinds of trouble. And most of the time, I was the instigator of it. My mind became hell-bent on partying, doing drugs, and getting high. And I didn't realize that I was actually training my mind into a toxic, unhealthy way of thinking. And then that followed me through the rest of my life up till now. So today we're gonna look at two things: the addict that's inside you, and leaving back doors open. Oh, real quick, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Well, not hit, like hit. It's a bad way to put it on a recovery channel. Sorry. Anyway, please subscribe. Welcome to another episode of Recovering Addict. All right, seriously, listen up. This is serious, this is important. If you're not in control of your thoughts, if you slip back into the old ways of thinking, you will fall. And if you fall, you will relapse. It is easier to stay clean and sober than it is to get sober. After years of training your mind living in active addiction, it is going to take some hard work to get into a new pattern of thinking, to correct all your old habits that are ingrained, that are hardwired in your mind. You can easily talk yourself back into using, especially if it is your first year of sobriety. You must take this as a true warning. Start paying close attention to the way that you think, daydream, and crave. Your addict will take advantage and play off of every single one of your emotions. And if you are newly clean and newly sober, this emotions thing, they're gonna be very new to you. In active addiction, we didn't only suppress the emotions that dealt with trauma, heartache, depression, we were also suppressing the good emotions too. Happiness, joy, excitement. We must learn how to feel again. We must learn how to handle these emotions with the right mindset. We need to understand how to think about what we are feeling. For me, when I get bored, I let my mind wander and I crave to drink. And that's because my mind reverts back to those times when I was bored and I was like, let's go party and drink, because every time I drank, it was more fun. Everything was more fun when I was drinking. And that's how I trained my mind to think. I now have to undo that thought process. I have to recognize what my mind is doing at all times. And PTA is a great tool for this. Pause, think, act in any situation. So pause, you stop what you're doing and you take control of your mind. Think, you ask yourself, what is my mind focused on and how do I feel? And then you act. You actively change your mind to think about something else. A good default thought to jump to is gratitude. What are you thankful for? Start thinking about things in your life that you're actually grateful for. This will literally start rewiring your mind into a positive thinking, healthy habit. Especially if you're depressed, start thinking about anything that's positive. Force yourself to do it. It's not going to be easy. Start memorizing quotes. Pause, think, act. Start memorizing quotes. As soon as you pause, you think, you act. Start repeating quotes in your mind. One that I like to use: recovery is hard, but regret is harder. Think about that quote for a minute. Recovery is hard, but regret is harder. Yes, recovery is hard. Learning to push yourself to be sober and all that goes with it. But regret. But think about what you've already regretted. Do you need any more to regret? I know I don't. So what are you doing to retrain your mind? Let me know in the comments. What tools do you use? If you have any questions, put them in the comments as well, and I will respond back to you. Now, back doors. Now, back doors can be very dangerous, and we leave these open sometimes without even realizing it. So what is a back door? So the analogy of a back door applies to a house, okay? You can lock the front door. Say you got 2 front doors. You lock both front doors. You close up all the windows. Say you bar up all the windows, but you left the back door open. Still, somebody you don't want to come in your house can come in your house by leaving that back door open. That's the analogy behind it. In recovery, leaving a back door open could look like this. Let's say that you quit whatever drug of choice you were on. You tell your whole family you quit. You tell everybody at work that you quit. All of your friends. Say you're in rehab and you've been clean for 6 months. And that all looks good. You've told everybody around you. But then you find yourself at the doctor's. He has no clue what you're doing. He has no clue that you're an addict. He has no clue that you're in rehab and you haven't told him. And now let's say this doctor's checking you out for a broken toe. He pulls out his little prescription pad and he's getting ready to write. And at that moment, your addict is going to start screaming in your head. And it doesn't matter if you weren't a pill popper. Anything will do in a pinch. Your addict wants to get high. And if you decide to take that prescription and justify it however you will, a doctor gave it to me, I need it for my toe, that is going to lead you down a path right back to addiction. I have friends in recovery who have actually told their doctors that they are allergic to opiates because opiates was their drug of choice, and they tell them that so that their doctor will not. They've closed that back door. Can you think of any back doors you've left open? Back doors can include keeping alcohol around the house for guests. Maybe you have an out-of-town friend who comes around every once in a while. He doesn't know you tried to quit, and this person you like to get high and party with. You could disappear and do it and nobody would know. Have you closed those types of back doors? Let me know in the comments what back doors that you've had to close. Did you even think about back doors? Is this the first time you're hearing about back doors? Let me know in the comments. I really would be interested to know. I want to thank you for watching. And if you are new to recovery, stay strong. You can do it, and we can do it together. If I've earned it, please hit that subscribe button.